My name is Aaron Lopresti. I've been a comic book artist, a commercial illustrator, and a writer for over 25 years. And this is my YouTube channel.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Talking Comics and Art with Aaron Lopresti. Of course, I am Aaron Lopresti, and I just got back recently from the San Diego Comic-Con 2023. I had a great show. It was just wonderful seeing people I hadn't seen before and seeing old friends that I hadn't seen in quite some time. So it's been 4 years since I've been back to San Diego. So it was great to be back there, and it went well. And as usual, I did pick up a few choice items from the show. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a couple of videos rather than make just one big long one where I'm just, dumping swag all over the place and, turning it into a 20-minute video. So I'm going to do a series of some short videos. So it's not really an unboxing. It's more of an unveiling. But let's take a look at the first item that I got at San Diego. I don't have the gloves on because I am not taking it out of its Mylar, but I am going to reveal it to you. Drum roll, please. Da, 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 da. Oh, nice reflection there, huh? What have we got here? This is Haunt of Fear, number 14, with a Graham Ingalls cover. And he used to sign it back in the day as Ghastly. So he signed his work as Ghastly. Can you see the Wrightson influence? Graham Ingalls was a big influence on Bernie Wrightson's style. Why is this book important? Well, let me tell you why. It's Haunt of Fear 14. It is the origin of the Old Witch. Now, the thing about this book is this is an older EC, or I should say one of the first wave of ECs. And how do you know that? Well, because the Old Witch, the Crypt Keeper, the Vault Keeper, and the Crypt Keeper, they're all drawn by Al Feldstein. Pretty sure that every one of those is Feldstein. What happened later was they replaced this Old Witch with an Old Witch drawn by Ingalls, Graham Ingalls, who did this cover. The Vault Keeper was Johnny Craig, and the Crypt Keeper was Jack Davis. So this is very early in the EC run of comics. But once these titles got better established, they replaced those headshots with the artists that were currently working on them, or were working on them at that time. So this, again, an important key issue. I guess they describe it as a minor key because it has the origin of the Old Witch, who, of course, is the host of this book. As you can see, it's a 10-center, $800 price tag. That's about what the market value is on this book. I was able to get it for less than that through some, I would like to say stiff negotiating, but it was just out of the generosity of the seller, Dale Roberts, who has a great selection of older books if you're interested in many high-grade books as well. He has a great store. He's online now, travels around, does shows. So Dale Roberts Comics, you might want to check that out. He has a tremendous selection of books. This book is probably, we looked at it, went over it. It's probably fine condition. Maybe you'd squeeze a fine plus out of it. Because as you can see, the top of this is really nice and clean. The corners are pretty darn good, actually. Look at that. And the side of this book is really, really clean. There's a little crease right there. I don't know if you can see it or not. There we go. Maybe you can see it right there. We thought maybe it was a tear, but it isn't. It's just kind of a crinkly little crease there. Again, this corner looks pretty nice. So really, this is an extremely clean book. very flat, not, there's no big creases or anything in here that really disrupts the cover. Where the damage is along the spine, right? So you see a little bit of a chip right there. You've got some creases here, 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 here. It gets pretty good up here. So for me, I don't mind if I'm getting a mid-grade book, which this is a solid, 6.5. That's a fine plus. I don't mind the damage on the spine. I guess maybe because I expect it to be there. What I don't like is a lot of creases and stuff. Like if the spine was really clean, but then you had like a big crease right there, I wouldn't get the book. I can't stand it. The other thing is, I don't spend a lot of money on ungraded books because I don't want to lose my shirt. But in this case, since it's a mid-grade book, there's really not a lot of arguing that would go on. Golden Age books, I will buy ungraded if they're mid-grade books and I think they're in good shape. When someone starts saying, well, this is a 7.5 or an 8.0 or an 8.5 or a 9 in a Golden Age book, and it's ungraded, I'm staying away from that because that's where it gets tricky. But mid-grade books are pretty easy to call. And pretty much anybody looking at this book would say, it's a 6 or a 6.5. And I got it in the price range that I felt comfortable with it. So I pulled the trigger. And the insides are good shape. I mean, there's no loose pages. The back cover looks really nice. Like I said, I'm not going to pull it out and show it to you because I don't want to do something stupid and damage the book. But this was one of the things I picked up at San Diego. I don't collect a ton of ECs, but there are specific ones I'm looking for. This was one, the Origin of the Old Witch. I also have the comic book baseball game, which was also used in Seduction of the Innocent. And that, I believe, is also a Haunt of Fear. Pretty sure it's a Haunt of Fear. But anyway, that's one item, and a pretty big item, that I picked up at San Diego Comic-Con this year. Stay tuned. We got more videos coming. In fact, on Thursday, I'm going to shoot a video with James from Sequential Treasures. He sent me a box of goodies from the Washington State SummerCon, which I have yet to open. And I'm going to show another book I picked up at San Diego on that video. So that'll be the next one after this. So come back and visit often. Please hit the like and subscribe. Helps the channel grow. And if you're unaware, I have a Indiegogo project called Wraith of God Blood Hunters. It's the sequel to the very successful and very popular Wraith of God graphic novel. And you'll find the link in the description of this video if you want to go check that out and possibly back the campaign. That would be fantastic. I'm only 7 pages from completion, so it'll be going to the printer here, the next month to 6 weeks tops, I would think, and hopefully less than that. But we shall see. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you again real soon.